We gather today in the name of our gracious God, the source of all knowledge and truth, the fount of all goodness. Let us pray. O God of wisdom and grace, you are good and your mercy endures forever. We thank you today for these students and their achievements, and for their families and friends who have supported them in their time at the university. Today, as honors are given and received, we give you honor, for you are the source of all that is good, the source of our talents, strengths, and hopes, and we thank you for them. Bless these students, bless their families and friends, bless our faculty and staff, and enable us to use our gifts for the good of others and to your glory. In the diversity of faiths here present, I ask these things in the name of your eternal wisdom, Jesus, your Son. Amen. Please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our annual celebration of academic excellence. On behalf of Wittenberg University and President Joyner, who could not join us today, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to all the members of our academic community who will be honored today. We are tremendously proud of your achievements, and we are confident that you will go forward with a sense of purpose and real confidence as you build lives of meaning and service after your time with us at Wittenberg. We welcome families and guests who are with us today and congratulate you on your students' accomplishments, and thank you for entrusting your students' education to our care. Faculty and staff do not take this responsibility lightly, and we are honored that you chose us to help guide your students in their efforts to become responsible global citizens, to discover their callings, and to lead personal, professional, and civic lives of creativity, service, compassion, and integrity. Earlier today, we held our third annual Celebration of Learning, an all-campus event that highlights the achievements that are at the core of Wittenberg's enterprise: teaching, scholarship, learning, and service. And in this public forum, I want to take a moment to thank Drs. James Allen and Nona Moskowitz and a troupe of students for coordinating this year's efforts. Both the Celebration of Learning and this honors convocation make manifest what we value at Wittenberg University, and taken together speak eloquently to the benefits and outcomes of a liberal arts education. Our effectiveness as an institution of higher education is, in no small part, reflected in the accomplishments of our students and faculty. Today, we pause to celebrate this success and to recognize each of your contributions to our community of learners. Again, congratulations to all of you, and many wishes for your continued success. And now it is my honor to announce our first award recipients. Will the following students please step forward when your name is called to receive your Presidential Scholar Certificate? Allison Dunn. Rebecca Feet. Catherine Devontier. Elena Vimmerstedt. Joseph Johnson. Kelly McCloy. Kara Seidenstricker, who is unable to be here today. Kristen Quimby, also unable to be here. Carly Gunlock. Rachel Tennyson and Jacob Murray are unable to be here. Sarah Ellis. And Matthew Brisky. These are the presidential scholars. For the departmental and program awards, I will be announcing the award recipients' names by department. I ask that each recipient stand and remain standing until all the names from the department have been read. I also ask for the audience to please hold your applause until all the names in that department have been read. Archaeology Program Award recipients are Hannah Sherman and Caitlin Lobel. Art Department Award recipients are Dennis Gleason, Zoe Wilson, Jenna Applegate, Catherine Collins, and Anna Mahoney Burba. Biology Department Award recipients are Melissa Hermanding, Allison Bewley, Jasmine Jones, Carrie Schmaus, Megan Hawbaker, and Brittany Gaiman. Biochemistry Molecular Biology Program Award recipients are Austin Holmes and Adam Kapazinski. Business Department Award recipients are James Shull, Shannon Inglis, Charles Beach, Carolyn Wong, Greg Gurnetsky, and Alexandra Lawwell. Chemistry Department Award recipients are Rebecca Schreffler, Garrett Vi, and Iris Cho. Cinema Studies Program Award recipient is Amara Oriaku. Communication Department Award recipient is Kelsey Clare. East Asian Studies Program Award recipients are Connor Ryan, Autumn Smith, and Kayla Johnson. Economics Department Award recipients are Julie Casino, Hugh Dunn, Kareem Oldham, and Megan Vodopich. Education Department Awards recipients are Audrey Owens, Emily Bast, and Margaret Kramer. English Department Award recipients are Trevor Brown, Sean McCullough, Julie Casino, Savannah Fox, and Allison Tisch. The Geography Department Award recipient is Christy Castle. Geology Department Award recipients are Alexis Crisp, Andrew Francis, and Blaine Larry. Health Professions Program Award recipient is Garrett Vi. History Department Award recipients are Melissa Newman, Ashley Pierce, Scott Neal, Margaret Johnson, Vivian Overholt, and Karina Kowalski. North Coast Athletic Conference Student Athlete Award recipients are Alexei Tobolonsky and Megan Vodopich. Languages Department Award recipients are Shaden Ramey, Courtney Bede, Kayla Murphy, Donald Hutchinson, Allison Bewley, Elizabeth Dahl, Aaron Roach, Nelson Laura Quinte, and Autumn Smith. Mathematics and Computer Science Department Award recipients are Hugh Dunn, Margot Morton, Emily Bast, Skylar Folkens, Gregory Dufek, Victor Glasgow, Lynn Wen, and Mary Ann White. Music Department Award recipients are Elias Simons and Katrina Lyle. Philosophy Department Award recipient is Scott Neal. Physics Department Award recipients are Russell Williams and Thomas Chuna. Political Science Department Award recipients are Thomas Dwyer, Kristen Quimby, and Jacob Murray. Psychology Department Award recipients are Nicholas DeRose, Anna Jean Campion, Paige Erb, Matthew Prada, and Christy Bowen. Religion Department Award recipient is Victor Glasgow. Russian and Central Eurasian Studies Program Award recipient is Nikita Kelyanov. School of Community Education Award recipient is Brian Brown. Sociology Department Award recipients are Catherine Brown, Jeffrey Gaver, and Anna Jackson. The Women's Studies Program Award recipient is Allison Bewley. So that concludes the departmental and program awards. Now we will recognize those students who are members of an honor society in an academic discipline. So when I call your honorary, please stand, but we'll hold our applause till the end. Alpha Kappa Delta, Beta Beta Beta, Epsilon Alpha Sigma, Gamma Theta Upsilon, Kappa Delta Pi, Lambda Pi Eta, Phi Alpha Theta, Pi Sigma Alpha, Psi Chi, Sigma Delta Pi, and Tau Pi Phi. Congratulations. This year, we are pleased to announce that we have one winner and one finalist in the U.S. Fulbright Student Program. Will the following students please come forth to receive their certificates? Shaden Ramey. Shaden has been awarded a Fulbright grant to work and study as an English teaching assistant in Germany. And Connor Ryan was our finalist. Connor's planning on completing the MA program in Chinese law at the School of Oriental and African Studies at the University of London, England. Will the seniors with a 4.0 cumulative grade point average please stand? That would be Garrett Vi and Taylor Weissite. The recipient of the Presidential Scholarship is Nelson Lauraquente. Please come forward to receive your certificate. And the next presenter is Casey Gill, Dean of Students.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to begin this part of the recognition by announcing the residence hall and fraternity or sorority with the highest earned grade point averages. The grade point average for our students who live in the residence halls is a 3.0. Our Polis Hall residents achieved a 3.47 grade point average over the last year. Would residents of Polis Hall please stand to be recognized? The grade point average for our fraternal organizations on campus is a 3.13. The women of Alpha Delta Pi sorority achieved a 3.35 grade point average for their chapter this year. Would members of Alpha Delta Pi please stand to be recognized? I am pleased to bring your attention to students who have been inducted into Wittenberg's Recognition Societies and National Honor Societies. Ivy Ring is a junior women's service honorary. Members are chosen their sophomore year on the basis of their contributions to Wittenberg through the quality of their academic work and co-curricular involvement. Will the new members of Ivy Ring please stand to be recognized? Pick and Pen is a junior honorary. Members are selected based on leadership, service, and scholarship. Will the new members of Pick and Pen please stand to be recognized? Alpha Lambda Delta is a National Honor Society that recognizes and encourages scholarship among first-year women who have achieved a grade point average of 3.5 and above. Will the new members of Alpha Lambda Delta please stand to be recognized? Each year, Alpha Lambda Delta recognizes a senior woman who was inducted as a first-year student and who has maintained the highest grade point average. Our recipient this year is Yahadi Salah. And then each year at the national level, Alpha Lambda Delta, awards 35 TRO scholarships to outstanding students across the country. And this year's applicant pool was strong, and we actually had one of our own receive one of the scholarships. So could Megan Heitkemper please come forward? Congratulations. Phi Eta Sigma is a National Honor Society that recognizes and encourages scholarship among first-year male students who have achieved a grade point average of 3.5 or above. Will the new members of Phi Eta Sigma please stand to be recognized? Phi Eta Sigma also recognizes the senior member who was inducted as a first-year student who has maintained the highest grade point average. I am pleased to share our Phi Eta Sigma Senior Award winner also carries a 4.0, and this goes to Garrett Villa. You probably heard his name called a lot today, but Garrett is unable to be here today because he's doing a presentation at Kent State. So, Mortarboard is a national senior honorary recognizing scholarship, leadership, and service. Candidates must have a 3.4 grade point average and excel in curricular and co-curricular leadership and service to the Wittenberg community. Will the new members of Mortarboard please stand to be recognized? Omicron Delta Kappa is a National Honor Society recognizing leadership and scholarship, athletics, university publications, cultural programs, and student affairs. Will the new members of Omicron Delta Kappa please stand to be recognized? Chi Alpha Sigma is a National College Athletic Honor Society founded in 1996. Members must be of junior class standing, have a 3.4 or higher cumulative grade point average, be of good moral character, and have lettered in any intercollegiate varsity sport. Will the new members of Chi Alpha Sigma please stand to be recognized? Alpha Sigma Lambda is a national, a National Honor Society that recognizes superior academic achievement by adult students who pursue their studies while meeting major responsibilities of work and family. Will the new members of Alpha Sigma Lambda please stand to be recognized? And now, Professor James Allen will present the next awards.
Hi. The following seniors will be graduating in May with university honours. Students, please stand when your name is read and remain standing so that you can be recognised once I've finished reading everyone's names. Alison Bewley, Trevor Brown, Savannah Fox, Jennifer Conowal, Sean McCulloch, Lynn Miro Wynn, Sarvani Ramcharan, Yahadi Salah, Carrie Schmaus, Rachel Steiner, Lauren Swanson, Alison Tish, Garrett Vi, Megan Vodopich, and Taylor Whiteside. Well done. And the next presenter is Pastor Toon.
Founded at the College of William and Mary in 1776, Phi Beta Kappa is the oldest and most prestigious of the National Honor Societies. Only 1% of the senior graduates of the nation are elected each year into Phi Beta Kappa. Wittenberg's chapter, Omicron of Ohio, was established in 1992. Phi Beta Kappa exists to give recognition to students who have achieved high academic distinction at Wittenberg. It stresses the importance of the liberal arts and sciences and elects to membership only those students who have demonstrated their awareness of the liberal arts tradition by building programs broad in scope yet sufficiently concentrated to ensure comprehensive knowledge in one or more disciplines. Students are normally elected as seniors or, in special cases, as juniors. They must be majoring in one of the liberal arts or sciences, have a high grade point average, have taken a variety of courses across the liberal arts spectrum, and have demonstrated a knowledge of mathematics and a foreign language appropriate to a liberal arts education. As I read your name, will you please stand and remain standing until all the names have been read? David Barth, Matthew Brisky, Trevor Brown, Kieran Conway, Nicholas DeRose, Gregory Dufek, Allison Dunn, Savannah Fox, Joseph Germano, Brittany Gaiman, Carrie Heath, Samantha Kirkland, Margaret Kramer, Joseph Johnson, Nelson Laraquente, Kelly McCloy, Sean McCullough, Audrey Moorhead, Lynn Wynn, Matthew Prada, Iris Shatsi Chu, Kristen Quimby, Yahadi Salah, Hannah Sanders, Carrie Schmaus, Alexei Topolyansky, and Mary Ann White. Congratulations.
The Global Awareness Award was created in 1992 to honor graduating students for their contribution to global awareness on campus. The award was created to honor a trio of international students, Shubik Deberman, Josh Risang, and Anish Shah, who worked to make AIA a prominent organization on campus. In doing so, they contributed significantly to global awareness on campus. Over the years, we have honored students for their contribution to global awareness on campus through their academic, organizational, or interpersonal efforts. Rarely have I seen a student who has made such a difference in all these areas of campus life. It is a unique honor to present the 2015 Global Awareness Award to Yahadi Salah, senior from the Gambia. Yahadi's list of international activities is impressive. Involvement with Rotaract and the local Rotary Club service projects in Lesotho, Secretary and President of AIA, student member of International Education Committee, founding member of the Muslim Student Group, member of the Interfaith Committee, student worker in international education, and the International Senator on Student Senate. Similarly, the list of honors growing today impresses. Presidential Scholar, Broadwell Chin, and Lillian Franklin Diversity Award. But it is her approach to substantive and difficult issues which sets this year's nominees apart. From her attempts to make AIA programming more educational, such as the screening of Girl Rising, a documentary about the barrier to education's girls face around the world, to being an active voice for the real needs of international students at Wittenberg, from shuttles to staffing in the international office. Yehadi has succeeded in making us all more aware of the real issues that face all of us, and particularly women on campus and abroad. I can attest, though, after watching her for years as a student employee, that Yehadi is, first and foremost, a determined and hardworking student. It is through her studies in biology and Africana studies that she has made and will make her most significant contribution to global awareness. Other students in her classes have benefited from her passion from what she sees as a basic human right, the access to appropriate and affordable health care for all, and from her tales of her experience in researching cancer with the Medical Research Council in Gambia, or her work with the grassroots organization Ebola Free Gambia. With graduate school's acceptances so far, at Yale, Emory, Vanderbilt, Washington, and Johns Hopkins, I am sure she will continue her study of public health and make significant contributions towards improving the life of others. Her strength and determination has been apparent in all she has done at Wittenberg as an advocate for awareness and for concrete solutions to the global issues we all face. It is a pleasure to present the 2015 Global Awareness Award and the heartiest of birthday wishes to Yehadi Salah.
Wittenberg's Sustainability Task Force solicits nominations for the Lulau Environmental Sustainability Award, celebrating the efforts of those who have promoted broader understanding and good practices in an effort to encourage environmental sustainability on our campus and in our communities. The student recipient of this year's award has stated that her goal in life is to help communities become sustainable and to manage their water resources. She has worked to realize this goal locally during the past year and a half as an intern with the Springfield City Engineering Department. In this position, she led a backyard conservation event and also identified the site for a collaborative project between Wittenberg and the city of Springfield to build a rain garden on campus, which will divert thousands of gallons of water from entering the sewer system. For her senior thesis in geology, she is gathering combined sewer overflow data that the city will eventually utilize for reporting to the Environmental Protection Agency. Please join me in congratulating Tricia Hartman. Since arriving on campus in 2012, the recipient of this year's Faculty and Staff Award has wasted no time in raising environmental awareness both in and outside of the classroom. Motivated by her research on glacier snow and melt, she regularly engages students in active, hands-on learning to solve real-world environmental challenges. Recent class projects include evaluating the soil health and urban agricultural potential of vacant lots in Springfield to assist Promise Neighborhood in establishing gardens, and in another course, working with the Springfield Storm Water Office to map vacant lots and evaluate their potential to sequester carbon. In addition, this year's recipient has led multiple grant initiatives and is currently leading a $50,000 grant funded by the National Science Foundation to further develop and implement sustainability across the curriculum at Wittenberg. Please join me in congratulating this year's faculty and staff winner, Dr. Sarah Fortner. The Community Service Champion Award recognizes a student's commitment to service, the quality of service, and the positive impact on the city of Springfield and Clark County. It is not merely the student's hours of service, but the impact on the quality of life in the Springfield community that is most important. Only weeks after arriving on campus, this year's recipient was engaging in service with Springfield Promise Neighborhood, and she continued this commitment for her entire 4 years at Wittenberg. Please join me in congratulating Alyssa Hughes, this year's recipient of the Community Service Champion Award. The Excellence in Community Service Award recognizes a faculty or staff member for their dedication to community service in the Springfield-Clark County community. As a professor of geology, this year's recipient has shared his gift of applied teaching with his students, and he has also taken a leadership role in addressing some of the most vital environmental issues facing our local environment. He has served on the boards of the Clark County Soil and Water Conservation District and Tecumseh Land Trust, and provides technical advice to the Friends of the Buck Creek Corridor, Springfield Conservancy District, and National Trails Park and Recreation District. Please join me in congratulating Dr. John Ritter. The Charles J. Ping Community Service Award honors a student's outstanding leadership and commitment to community service on campus and within the community. It recognizes a student's ability to work in partnership with members of the community to identify and meet the needs of the community. This year's recipient is being recognized for making positive and measurable change in the lives of girls living in the Springfield Promise neighborhood. She began her service with Springfield Promise Neighborhood in 2013 when she led a self-designed program called Girl to Girl that taught girls the values of leadership, trust, confidence, and healthy relationships. Her exhaustive effort was unmatched by other leaders, and Megan quickly became the model for how those in the program should be responding to the needs of children they lead. In addition, she recruited, trained, and supported underclasswomen at Wittenberg to lead the club in her absence, and by doing so, preserved a legacy that provides so much positive energy to Springfield youth. Wittenberg is honored to select Megan White for this award. And now John Young, Associate Dean for Multicultural Programs.
The Broadwell Chin Award is named for the first African American student to attend Wittenberg University in the 1870s. This award was first given in 1981 in recognition of the black junior with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year's recipient is Chebria Jeffrey. The Martin Luther King Jr. Award is in recognition of two outstanding black seniors, one man, one woman, who have been positive examples to members of the black community and the university during their college career. Consideration is given to the student's course of study, character in and outside of the classroom, leadership ability, and good citizenship. This year's female recipient is a biochemistry major who is currently serving as president of Concerned Black Students. She has served 3 years as a residence assistant and in the past year as the community advisor for Hanley Hall. She is a member of Alpha Lambda Delta, Mortar Board, the East Asian Club, and has served with Habitat for Humanity. Please join me in congratulating Mia Simpson. This year's male recipient is an international studies major. He is the former president of Common Sense Action and vice president for the Interfraternity Council. He is a former resident advisor, a member of Lambda Chi Alpha, Phi Alpha Theta, and a new inductee for Phi Beta Kappa. Please join me in congratulating Nelson Lacuente. The Lillian C. Franklin Diversity Award, instituted in 2009, is granted each year to honor a student and a faculty staff member who have made outstanding contributions in promoting and furthering the goal of promoting rich diversity in the Wittenberg community. Candidates must uphold the tradition of diversity embodied by the award's namesake, Lillian C. Franklin, demonstrate high standards of personal integrity, commitment to the education of the whole person, global vision, and leadership. The 2015 student recipient is Mena Abe. This year's faculty staff recipient is a campus leader who mentors and advises on a daily basis. This year's recipient has always been a supportive listener for students, faculty, and staff. Their words of hope and encouragement are genuine and heartfelt. They have been described as, quote, being so welcoming and ready to accommodate others, and that Wittenberg is so lucky to have someone like her. The 2015 Lillian C. Franklin Diversity Award goes to Pastor Rachel Toomey.
The Heimtraut Dietrich Award remembers Heimtraut Dietrich, the assistant dean at Wittenberg, whose Christian faith was the source of her commitment to serving others and the reason why she worked to bring the best out of students and co-workers. The award is presented to the student who best exemplifies the dedication to serve and assist others through a commitment of faith. This year's recipient is a senior who exemplifies the union of faith and service in our campus community and beyond. On campus, she has helped students and served the university in a variety of ways, as a peer helper, a student success ambassador, as a member of the Wittenberg Singers, as an orientation assistant, and a member and participant in Greek life service opportunities. In campus ministry, she has been an active participant and leader in Common Ground, Weaver Chapel Association, Crew, Contemporary Worship, and the Imani Gospel Choir. Off campus, she has worked for several years at Camp Moana near Mansfield, Ohio, serving the children who come there for the experience of faith and the care of creation. She is exemplary in her faith and her care for others, showing, as one person has put it, a joyous faith evident to all who meet her. Her future plans involve service as a teacher and involvement in a variety of ministries. This year's recipient is Kirsten Hickey. The Dominic E. and Elise G. DeMarco Scholarship for Academic Excellence and Distinguished Service to those living on the margins of society is awarded to a senior of high academic achievement who has demonstrated and will continue to demonstrate a commitment to serving those persons who live on the margins of society, the sick, the material poor, the displaced, the homeless, and the elderly. This year's recipient well exemplifies the description of this award. On campus, while maintaining a rigorous course of studies in biology and neuroscience, she has been active in Habitat for Humanity and has been a peer helper, a resident advisor, a student success ambassador, and a member and participant in Greek life service opportunities. In campus ministries, she has been active in Common Ground. Off campus, she has gone on a service trip each spring break with Habitat for Humanity and has been active in the Promise Neighborhood program. Altogether, she has been a leader in these service opportunities and has modeled the close connection there can be between faith and service to others and how one can both lead and evince genuine care for others. Next year, she'll be doing a year of service with AmeriCorps in the Western U.S., and after that, plans on graduate study and service in a health profession. This year's recipient is Brittany Gaiman.
This year's recipient has demonstrated tremendous leadership through her work to improve services offered to student organizations on campus. She has also dedicated herself to the Panhellenic community, her sorority, student senate, the theater department, and the biology department. Congratulations to Mackenzie Daniels, the 2015 recipient of the Geiger Award. Named for the first valedictorian at Wittenberg and instituted in 1979, the John F. Mitchell Award recognizes a senior male who represents the liberal arts tradition. This year's recipient is a member of Wittenberg's swimming and diving team, Delta Tau Delta fraternity, Bloom Africa, Power, and the creator of Wittenberg Garden Club. He has been recognized by Alpha Kappa Delta Sociological Society and Chi Alpha Sigma. I am proud to present the John F. Mitchell Award to Eric Roberts. Alpha Delta Pi alumni from the Springfield area established a scholarship award for 2 junior women, one Greek and one non-Greek, who demonstrate excellence in character, scholarship, and service through campus involvement and leadership, or community service beyond the graduation requirement. The selection committee looks for intellectual achievement, high personal standards, and selfless service to others. This year's Greek recipient is Kayla Villegas. And this year's non-Greek recipient is Margaret Kramer. And now Anna Moore, the president of Omicron Delta Kappa.
Good afternoon. As the president of Omicron Delta Kappa here at Wittenberg University, I have the honor of presenting the Omicron Delta Kappa Distinguished Teacher Award. Since the installation of Omicron Delta Kappa on Wittenberg's campus decades ago, the members have selected one tenure-track professor per academic year to honor with this award. The recipient is one whom we believe embodies the values of Omicron Delta Kappa: academics, service, and compassion in their classroom and life. This year, ODK has selected a valued member of the Wittenberg community. A graduate of Denison University, she earned her PhD in ecology, evolution, and population biology from Washington University in St. Louis. Since coming to Wittenberg 3 years ago, her care and compassion towards students has not escaped notice. She allows her students to explore opportunities in biology within the Wittenberg and Springfield communities. Her constant commitment to her students' academic progress is shown whether in the classroom, the lab, or doing research in Buck Creek. We are very honored to present the Omicron Delta Kappa Distinguished Teaching Award to Dr. Amber Burgett.
Good afternoon. My name is Eric Rusnak, and I'm a 2000 graduate of Wittenberg University. On behalf of the Wittenberg Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to present the Alumni Award for Distinguished Teaching. Dating back to 1961, the Distinguished Teaching Award is the highest honor bestowed on a Wittenberg faculty member. The award honors one of Wittenberg's most celebrated and fundamental values, excellence in teaching students inside and outside the classroom. Wittenberg's faculty stands above the rest, making this a highly competitive award. The Princeton Review recognized our faculty by naming Wittenberg to its top 10 schools with the best professors, and Wittenberg has more Ohio Professors of the Year than any other school, 6 in total. Excellence in teaching reaches every corner of this university. You will find award-winning faculty across the curriculum. Dr. Olga Medvedkov from the Geography Department, Dr. Rob Baker from the Political Science Department, Emeritus Professor Steve Reynolds from the Department of Theater and Dance, Dr. Wendy Gradwell from the Business Department, and Dr. Kathy Wagner from the Communication Department are just a few of the most recent past recipients of the Distinguished Teaching Award who have dedicated their careers to enriching the education and lives of Wittenberg students. We are forever grateful to their contributions. This year's recipient came to Wittenberg in 1989. She immediately became a significant contributor to the university and quickly rose through the ranks of the English department. She served as a pioneering director of the Women's Studies program from 1995 to 1998, and she chaired the English department for 3 consecutive terms. This professor is widely recognized for her committed service to the university community. She worked tirelessly to grow her own department and played a significant role in helping colleagues across the curriculum grow their departments. She is particularly known for the individualized attention she gives to her students and her investment in their lives. Notably, this professor is so beloved by her students that one of her graduates turned Hollywood screenwriter named her a character after writing for the primetime drama, The West Wing. In a particularly nail-biting episode of The West Wing in 2002, United States Representative Inboden was re-elected in Mississippi's 2nd Congressional District over the Republican challenger by 12 points. But the real Inboden is here with us today. Dr. Robin Inboden has dedicated the last 26 years of her career to the students at Wittenberg. She has a reputation for reinforcing Wittenberg's mission and values and providing innovative opportunities for her students. By serving as a lifelong mentor inside the classroom and beyond, Dr. Inboden epitomizes the teaching excellence that distinguishes this university. I want to share with you some of what the nominators had to say about Dr. Inboden. In the classroom, Dr. Inboden is a force, so passionate and bright. She inspires and challenges her students in a way that remains with us years later. Dr. Inboden is as strong as she is kind. She is an excellent role model, especially for her female students. Another nominator wrote this: Dr. Inboden, like all the best literature professors, seems to inhabit those great texts she teaches. I still remember the unfolding of Robert Browning and Elizabeth Barrett's love affair. I cannot unlearn the cloaked horrors of Christina Rossetti's Goblin Market. I even came to embrace, though not without a struggle, Eliot Adam Bede. All is a testament to Dr. Inboden's unbridled affection for these texts, that we, her students, might also magically inhabit the lives of great writers, their complex characters, and timeless works. Timeless, too, and invaluable are the gifts of Dr. Inboden has brought to the Wittenberg over the years. Class of 2000 graduate and Hollywood screenwriter Lauren Schmidt-Hissrich, who wrote Representative Inboden's character into the television show West Wing, said this: "When I came to Wittenberg, I was painfully shy and epically homesick. Dr. Inboden was my advisor and probably saw more than her fair share of my sad, crying face in her office that year. But 4 years later, when I told her that I wanted to move to Los Angeles and pursue a television writing, she didn't bring up those endless tears. She also didn't warn me that Los Angeles was 3,000 miles away from my family and friends. And she definitely didn't mention that I didn't know the first thing about screenwriting. Instead, she gave me a big hug and her email address so that I could let her know how I was doing. She may have seen me at my lowest, but from day one, Dr. Inboden believed in who I was, or more aptly, who I could be. She encouraged me, pushed me, supported me, and helped me grow into the independent, self-confident person she always knew was in there. 15 years later, I'm still blessed to call her a friend. Professor of Communication 2014 Distinguished Teacher Kathy Wagner wrote this: "Robin is the consummate Wittenberg servant. She is absolutely devoted to our students. On numerous occasions, I have walked by her office to see her in a late afternoon one-on-one session with a student, long after most faculty members have left for the day. Her students universally rave about the customized care with which she counsels them, going above the norm to fully engage their personal and academic lives. Students talk with enthusiasm about what they have learned from her courses, be that a particular author's insight into Victorian literature or a poignant scene in the chick flick course. In short, Robin's genuine appreciation for our students as individuals and not just members of her class is demonstrable, and I have no doubt that this characterizes her pedagogy as well as facilitating excellence in the classroom." And finally, Robin, your English department colleague, Dr. Cynthia Richards, wrote this: "Brilliant, or even the term genius, often comes to mind when I think of this colleague. No one knows more than her. Certainly no one can remember in such precise and vivid details the books that she has read. She can remember the color of the main character's eyes, the precise moment and details of when an immense helmet falls from the skies in a notoriously strange Gothic novel, and many and often all of the words of her favorite poems. Generous, however, comes even more readily to mind. No one more thoughtfully reads my scholarship, listens more patiently to my woes, and offers to help more readily when the day grows complicated. She is the dearest of friends and the very best of teachers. For all this generosity and brilliance that she extends to me, her longtime colleague, she just as readily gives to every single student she encounters. I see her in her office next to mine late in the day, meeting with her students. I hear with envy her discuss the brilliant classes she conducts in spontaneous and fluid ease. I keep an unofficial tally of all the days she has cried in class because she is so overcome by the beauty and power of the literature she teaches. She is simply the best, and I rejoice today to know that her generous brilliance is being honored." Unfortunately, I never had Robin as a professor when I was at Wittenberg. I knew her, though, because she led the University Honors Program during my time on campus. I should note, though, that Robin was well known for two additional important reasons. First, there's a rumor, and I should point out that it is completely unsubstantiated, that in an act reminiscent of Robin Williams' character John Keating in the movie Dead Poets Society, Dr. Inboden instructed her freshman Common Learning students to rip up and throw away their Common Learning textbooks. And then her students rejoiced, stood on their desks, and chanted. Second, Dr. Inboden taught a class on Alfred Hitchcock films, which always filled up quickly. Those of us who could not get into that class thought Dr. Inboden was pretty cool for developing what we were convinced was a semester-long course dedicated to hanging out and watching old movies. Robin, when those of us on the alumni board make calls to prospective students and they ask us why they should come to Wittenberg, we tell them you will meet professors like Dr. Robin Inboden, who will become a meaningful part of not just your college experience, but of your life. Because the comments that I just read are among the many that recount a similar theme. For more than 2 decades, you have been unfailingly loyal to your students. You have served as an educator, a mentor, and a friend, generously investing in students' education and in their personal and professional futures. You demonstrate the type of servant leadership that is distinctively Wittenberg, and we are forever indebted to you. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Alumni Award for Distinguished Teaching, Dr. Robin Inboden.
For our last awards of the day, I'm pleased to invite Audrey Owens, our class of 2015 alma mater, to come forward and read and share our alma candidates for the females, and then also Joey Germano will come forward following her to share the finalists for the male students.
Hey guys. So the alma mater is the highest honor bestowed upon a female student at Wittenberg. Alma mater has been given since 1921. Students, faculty, or staff may nominate a junior woman, and then a special screening committee selects 5 nominations for final consideration, and a campus-wide election determines which nominee is chosen to represent Wittenberg. The alma mater must possess depth of character and show consistent scholarship, leadership, service, and concern for the community. The nominations for this year's alma mater are Emma Brems, Megan Heidkemper, Madeline Kraft, Callan Swain, who is in Buenos Aires this semester studying abroad, and Kayla Villegas. Please join me in congratulating these wonderful women. So it's a tradition for the previous alma mater to write a poem about the candidate that wins this award. So I gave it my best go. Wish me luck. So all of these candidates are beautiful in their own ways. I could honestly go on talking about each one of them for days. But there is one special girl who wins the alma mater this year, and she is definitely somebody that Wittenberg holds dear. As an emerging leader, Wittenberg knew this girl was a star from the start. First, she knew how to lead with an intelligent mind and a compassionate heart. Her love for Greek life is one thing to know, for when she talks about her sorority, she basically just glows. She has spread Wittenberg's light both far and near as she studies abroad without having any fear. Both on cabinet and student senate, she has chosen to lead and has even helped out some Ferncliff residents in need. A girl that anchored down in Wittenberg from our rival, her light has been broadcasted to school since her arrival. Now last year, Jordan Baker made a craft for me. So I made one that you guys all could see, that the winner of this year's alma mater is none other than Kayla Villegas. And now Joey Germano will present the Alma Lux Award.
Congrats, Kayla. I'll be a little less poetic. We don't have that tradition for the Alma Lux Award. I apologize. The Alma Lux Award is the highest honor bestowed upon a male at Wittenberg. The Alma Lux has been given since 2003. And much like the Alma Mater Award, students, faculty, or staff may nominate a junior male. The Alma Lux must possess depth of character and show consistent scholarship, leadership, service, and concern for the community. Our class of 2016 candidates are Gregory Hine, Joseph Cortland Johnson, Jacob Murray, who is currently in Washington, D.C. this semester, Trevor Villegas, and Harrison Wood. Join me in a round of applause for these guys. Our Alma Lux has shown dedication to his academics and commitment to Greek life. His character radiates the ideals for a student at Wittenberg, which is one of the many reasons he has made such an outstanding orientation assistant. He currently serves as the Interfraternity Council President and made great strides in the Scholarship Committee as a chairman for Phi Kappa Psi. As if he weren't busy enough already, he is currently the Student Center Manager. He's not just my fraternity brother, he's also the brother of this year's alma mater. Join me in congratulating Trevor Villegas.